Okay, this is, my name is Jan Mead, and this is my second resource that I like to use for my classes. Like I said before, I am limited on some of the things I can do. I have not yet been able to have access to a Google Classroom. I have to go through special training for that. It's a pilot program at my school district still, and so I am still working on getting that together. It's going to not be until next year. But so right now I have I work at an alternative high school in biology and physical science, and my students, when they start the class, I sometimes have students, I'm getting new students all the time. So they're always starting at the beginning of a class where some of the other students are already 4 units in, or some have even finished their whole semester in 6 weeks. So it depends on how motivated they are. But I have virtual labs because it's really difficult to set up real labs, although I do have a microscopy lab. So I'm been finding some different virtual labs that I can use. The PhET labs that I had for physics and chemistry, they just aren't very good in biology. I don't like the worksheets that are with them. These from McGraw Hill, these are free and online. If these are great also if you have kids that need to study something for school. You can do a virtual lab. I love the dependent and independent variables lab. I also have a virtual frog dissection, although I am offering a real frog dissection for my students. Some of them just don't want to touch a dead animal kind of thing, so they have the option to do the virtual or the real one. So I have those. Some of these go with first semester, some with second semester, and some of them, like classifying and things like that, that's my zoology that those go with. So these are really well put together labs that have full instructions, and they have I've actually merged these two handouts together, and they have lab quizzes and lab reports, and they're really detailed with graphs, and it's just a really solid activity for them to do. And then here's the laboratory exercise. So I have to get this thing going here. Come on. There we go. Okay. So they have the preview of what you're doing. You're studying what I commonly call millers, but they're borers. They're a worm and a moth, and they tend to damage corn. And it also teaches a little bit about agriculture, but it's mostly scientific inquiry and scientific method, independent and dependent variables. So you're growing corn. You can grow 2 different types of corn. You can infect them with a low level of borers, and then here's a high level of borers, and you can make it grow over 140 days. And then the students have to fill out charts here, and they're learning how to, let's see if this is the chart. Yep, here we go. So this comes with the lab. So there's 4 different varieties of seed. You do a control group for each group. You have low infestation and high infestation for each group. Average yield. It's a really wonderful program. All of their labs are really well put together, instead of where PhET, the drawback with PhET is that it's all participant driven. So if a teacher, individual teachers have to come up with the labs and post them on there. A lot of teachers, I'm sure, make up their own labs and never post them for public use. So you have to be clever in how you develop your other labs. These are all packaged together and perfect. So I really like these labs, really well thought out, and they're free. So that was my second video of my resources, online resources that I use. Have a good day.